Review 5, day 2, combining like terms and multiplying and rationalizing the denominator. Okay, so in order to add these together, I have to have common denominators. Okay, 5, that doesn't simplify. This, though, would be 4 and 5, which would be 2 and 2, so a group of 2 goes out front. So it would be 6 square root of 5. The square root of 4 is 2, okay, so, and then 9 times 5, so it would be square root of 9 is 3, so, or groups of 3. So it would be 6 square root of 5. So now they're all square root of 5s. I combine them. Negative 6 plus 6 cancels, so I just have 2 square root of 5 as my answer. Okay. If I take 8, break it down, 4 and 2, there's a group of 2. So it'd be 18 and 2k left inside. 9 times 2 is 18, 3 and 3. So 3 times 3 makes 9 square root of 2k. And 32, 16 and 2, 4 and 4, so minus 4 square root of 2k. Okay, so now they're all square root of 2k's. I can add them together. This would be 28 minus 4 would be 24 square root of 2k. I'm sorry, 23. 17, yeah, 27 minus 4. And number 66, I'm going to reduce this. I use 2 and 16, 4 and 4, 2, 2, 2 and 2. Okay, I'm looking for groups of 3. Okay, so this would be 2, and then I have 2 times 2 is 4 left over. Okay, that's just 2 and 2. I don't have a group of 3, so that doesn't simplify. And then 108, that's 27 and 4, be 2 and 2, 9 and 3, and 3 and 3. Okay, groups of 3 here. So 3 times 2 makes 6, and then 2 times 2 is 4 left over. Okay, so once again, I'm going to add because they're all cubed root of 4s. So it would be negative 3 plus 6 would be 3 cubed root of 4. Okay, the next one here, I want to rationalize the denominator first. So if I multiply this by the square root of 2, that makes the square root of 4, which is 2. Okay, if I multiply by the square root of 2 here, that makes the square root of 16, which is 4. If I multiply by the square root of 2 here, it's the square root of 64, which is 8. Okay. So basically this is, I can also write this as 1/2 square root of 2 plus 3/4 square root of 2 plus 1/8 square root of 2. If you think about it that way too, it might be easier for you. So they're all square root of 2's. So when I add these together, I would get 11/8 square root of 2, or 11 square root of 2 over 8. Okay, with number 70, I need to rationalize here, so I need to multiply. Okay, I need groups of 3, so I have 3 times 2 more 3's, so 9, right? 3 times 3 times 3 would be a group of 3, would be 3 on the bottom here. And on the top I have negative 4 cubed root of 9. Okay, 24, I'm just going to kind of put this over here. It would be 4 times 6, would be 2 times 3, and 2 and 2. So I could simplify it, or I could do it later, either way. Let's simplify it. So that would be 1 over 2 cubed root of 3. Okay, now if I rationalize that, I have one group of 3 here. So I need 2 more, just like over here, right? So I'm going to multiply by 9, cubed root of 9, which gives me the cubed root of 9 over, this would be 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, 81, if I split up 81, it would be 9 times 9, would be 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Okay, so if I simplify it, that would be 3 cubed root of 3. Okay, once again I have to rationalize this, so I'm going to multiply by 9 to make a group of 3 here. So that'd be 3 times 3, which is 9. On the top, I have 2 cubed root of 9. Okay, so then they're all cubed root of 9s here, right? So this would be like negative 4/3 cubed root of 9. 3 over 6 is 1/2. I'm sorry, that's not a 3, that's a cubed root. I gotta be more careful with that. Be 1/6 cubed root of 9, and this would be 2/9 cubed root of 9. So if I take negative 3/4 plus 1/6 minus 2/9, I get negative 25 over 18 cubed root of 9. Okay, get a little easier here when we multiply. So this would be the square root of 25 minus the square root of 10 plus the square root of 10 minus the square root of 4. Notice those two cancel. Square root of 25 is 5, and 2. 5 minus 2 is 3. Okay, 74, distribute it through. This would be the cubed root of 7 times 7 squared, which would be 7 to the 3rd. You could multiply it out, but we'll save some time here because we know those are going to cancel. Okay, multiply here, that'd be negative 3 cubed root of 7 squared. Multiply there is plus 9 cubed root of 7. Multiply here, that would be plus 3 cubed root of 7 squared minus 9 cubed root of 7 and plus 27. Okay, this is kind of nice that these will cancel and those will cancel. So the cubed root and cubed will cancel to give you 7 plus your 27 gives you 34. Okay, 76, when you square it, means multiply it by itself. So square root of 2 times square root of 2 is the square root of 2 squared, which are 4, minus the square root of 2, minus the square root of 2, plus 1. This is 2, plus 1 makes 3. And these two is like negative 1 and negative 1 makes negative 2 square root of 2. Multiply here, that would be 12 square root of 25. Multiply there is 8 square root of 5. And negative 3 square root of 5 minus 2. Okay, the square root of 25 is 5. 12 times 5 makes 60. And I can subtract that there, so it'd be 58. And if I combine these like terms together, both square root of 5s, I have 5 square root of 5. Okay, here I'm dividing, so remember when we simplify and divide, we don't want the square root or cubed root in the denominator. So I have to multiply by 1. Okay, so 10, if I just multiply by the square root of 10, would give me the square root of 100 on the bottom. And the square root of 100 is 10. Okay, I should look to see if 3 over 10 simplifies, but it doesn't, so we're done. Okay, cubed root, I'm looking for groups of 3. Okay, so if I have a times a, if I multiply by another a, that'll give me a to the 3rd, which simplifies to just be the a. And on the top I have 4 cubed root of a. For the last 3, we have a binomial on the bottom, so we have to multiply by the conjugate. So square root of 3 plus the square root of 7. Okay, so when I multiply here on the top, I get the square root of 21 plus the square root of 49, which is 7. Let's do that one first. Usually put the number first. And the square root of 27, let's break that up. It would be 9 and 3 and 3 and 3. So it would be 3 square root of 3. On the bottom, we have the square root of 9 plus the square root of 21 minus the square root of 21 minus the square root of 49. Middle terms cancel. Square root of 9 is 3, square root of 49 is 7. It would be negative 4. Yeah, you could put the negatives through on the top too. A lot of times we see this. So if I take the negative from the bottom, you could put it out front, or negative 7 minus 3 square root of 3 over 4. Sometimes you'll see it like that too. Okay, this one, 86. The conjugate of this would be 2 square root of 7 minus 4 square root of 2. Okay, I'll just multiply the bottom first. So that times that would be 4 square root of 49 minus 8 square root of 14 plus 8 square root of 14 minus 16 square root of 4. Simplifying this, those cancel. This would be 7 times 4, and this would be 2 times 16. 28 minus 32 would be negative 4. On the top, so we'll have 2 square root of 49 minus 4 square root of 14 minus 2 square root of 7 plus 4 square root of 2. Okay, this one would be 7 times 2 is 14 here. Nothing else can be simplified or there's one last thing we can do. Notice the 14, the 4, the 2, and the 4, and the 4, they're all even. So I can divide a 2 out of them. So really it'd be 7 minus 2 square root of 14 minus the square root of 7 plus 2 square root of 2, all divided by, well, let's take the negative through 2. Okay, so if I take the negative through the top there, divide by 2. And the last one, conjugate is 3 plus the square root of r. So on the bottom, 3 times 3 is 9, plus 3 square root of r minus 3 square root of r minus the square root of r squared. So those cancel, and we have 9 minus r. And on the top, 3 square root of r plus square root of 2r. Not like terms, can't add them together. So just have 3 square root of r sorry, I don't know why I put a 2 there, that's an r. This would be r squared. Okay, r times r is r squared. Square root of r squared is just r. Okay, that's the homework.